and those types of other non-voice channels. And then, of course, it supports agents to be distributed either centralized in a specific set of call centers, or it can be at home, or it can be, of course, with the advent of presence, also including resources that are in the enterprise as well, and providing the same level of intelligence in terms of intelligent routing and reporting of those resources as well. And those are what we refer to as the enterprise knowledge workers. Our agent desktop options are quite extensive in the contact center enterprise solution. We have, for Express, for example, which is at the lower end of the applications, we have a single desktop application that's out of the box. Very limited extensibility, if you will. Many of our customers, and many of you, use our contact center enterprise solution out-of-the-box desktop as well. It's almost a 50-50 split, in fact. But then many that are large enterprise customers have a need to embed our call control capabilities within their existing CRM environments. It could be Salesforce.com, it could be Siebel, it could be Oracle, it could be a number of different packages. Or they may embed our call management, our call control, and CTI type screen pop capabilities within some type of toolbar that they've developed themselves that's embedded into some legacy applications or in-house applications, if you will. So there's a number of different applications. We also have a browser-based edition that's an extension of our CAD desktop, our Cisco Agent desktop. So that's kind of where we are today. We even have, sorry I didn't mention this, but we also have an actual ACD type agent application, if you will, running on an IP phone. It's called the IP phone agents, and there's other options there that are delivered by our advanced services group. So a number of different options depending on what your customer requirements are or what your particular requirements are, all provided in this space. And we also have some planned evolution in the desktop space that we'll talk about as part of our roadmap a little bit later. In terms of reporting, we've made, as you may know, quite a bit of an investment in this space. In fact, Cisco acquired a company a couple years ago now by the name of Inteligence, who provided a pre-advanced reporting applications that we rebranded, repackaged as Cisco application clearly, that we call the Unified Intelligence Suite. This is pretty advanced. You deploy it on top of our ICM enterprise hosted or contact center enterprise that are hosted. It gives you the ability to tap into multiple data sources. It's a bit of an archiver of sorts of various data applications, whether it's from contact center application that we provide or it could be from third-party ACDs. And it gives you a single environment for developing ad hoc reports ad hoc, either from an advanced function perspective, but you also have some capabilities that allow your users, your supervisors to a certain extent, some level of flexibility in terms of how their reports look. So for those of you who are familiar with the out-of-the-box WebView application, which provides reporting today, that's pretty static. You can obviously modify it with some expertise. The Cisco Unified Intelligence Suite doesn't require that same level of expertise, although certainly you could take advantage of somebody who has knowledge of SQL and that type of programming language, but the idea is that you can still have a pretty good level of flexibility with all the partitioning and security administration in terms of restricted views and specific reports, or within this environment. So that's kind of the power of COIS. It's also pretty flexible enough to be deployed on a number of different devices to provide different views to supervisors, contact center managers, and so on. Over time, it will evolve to, in fact, replace the presentation layer of COIS will replace WebView. We'll talk about that as part of our roadmap session, as I'm sure many of you expect already. And then, of course, I've mentioned on a bit about our provisioning and azimuths and changes type capabilities that are all enabled by a web-based platform and web-based interface called the Cisco Contact Center Management Portal, or CCMP. It really virtualizes all your contact center operations. It allows you to break down your various operating groups, maybe even in segmented business units, if you will, and give specific supervisors or contact center managers access to one specific area of their business to be able to add skills or add agents, remove agents, do the types of things that they may do on a day-to-day basis, all within a single platform. And it allows them to provision the agent device as well in terms of communicating back to the QC manager and actually initiating some of those changes. It has, of course, the ability to do all the audit tracking for